I'm dreaming of. When I look in your eyes, take me to the clouds above. Oh yeah. Hey, Eduardo! Yeah, they're putting Whitney in the ground today, I think. I don't know. A little tribute there, for anybody that might be a Whitney fan, Don't smoke crack, man. Whatever. Anyway, this is for the Cinco de Mayo fight between Floyd Mayweather and Miguel Angel Cotto. And, it's for the Miguel's WBA Super World Light Middleweight title, or Super Welterweight title. Super Welterweight and Light Middleweight are the same thing, basically. Just throwing it out there. Anyway, I'm going to break down both fighters, and then, I'll give my prediction at the end. You ready for this? Start out with Floyd Mayweather. He's 42-0-0 with 26 knockouts for a 61% knockout ratio. And when you look at it, he's lost maybe 2 of the last 36 rounds he's fought. He was really taking it to Ortiz in that fight that ended, and a lot of people might say it was controversial, but at the same time, he was breaking Ortiz down before, the headbutt and then the knockout. So when you look at that, actually look at that fight again, when you see it, he's master class. He's an excellent counterpuncher. He's an excellent boxer. His defense is out of this world, and it's on a different plane than basically anybody else's. When he throws a punch or whatever he does is kind of a setup for what he's gonna do later. It's kind of like playing chess. He does something to see how you react, and then he's going to use that against you in later rounds. When you look at that, every move, every punch, every setup is done this way. He's very, very accurate, and he has the speed. When you start talking about perfectly timed shots, well-placed shots and counters in there, that equals a lot of power when those things actually hit. He's got great movement. He's got a good chin. He can be 3 inches from you and make you miss. So that's one of the things that he does very, very well. Granted, you can swarm him and you can get on him, but he's going to block 90% of the shots you throw anyway. So, and as I said, that power that he has is deceptive. Ask Ortiz how hard Mayweather hits, and he'll let you know. Ask Mosley, who was about to bow out from body shots there. You got, when I'm looking at this fight, and you see what Mayweather does, is he exploits any weakness that you have. So if you can look on film and see any weakness that a fighter has, trust me, Mayweather already knows it, and he's going to use it. He says he doesn't look at tape, and he can break him down, but you can do that in the ring too. You see a fighter throw a jab and he drops his hand. He drops his hand every time he throws a jab, basically. So you can figure this stuff out pretty quick. Or if he throws the right hand and you see the left hand go down, you get the hand up to watch, but you're seeing what he's doing with his other hands and stuff. Hopefully you're watching to see, you're watching his hands. If you're not, you could get punched in the face a lot. Just saying, you might want to, keep your eyes on your opponent at all times. And I look to see Floyd exploit some of the stuff and use his reach advantage in there. And let's go over to Cotto, who's 37-2-0 with 30 knockouts for a 77% knockout ratio. And he got his revenge. He looked very good against Margarito. But then again, Margarito has not been the same fighter since Plastergate. And anybody will tell you that. He has not looked the same. He beat, a Mayorga, who was 3-3 in his last 6 fights before he fought him. He beat Yuri Foreman, who actually looked like he could have been injured before the fight, and turns out he had a torn ACL. Or he got a torn ACL when he was in the ring, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those things. He has nice combos. He has a good chin. He's resilient. He's got the heart. He's got good speed. He's good at countering. He's an aggressive fighter. He throws those combos, and you got to love the combos when he throws them. He works a jab, and I think that's going to be the key in this fight. Now, he's giving up 5 inches in reach to Mayweather, and a lot of people don't realize this. Cotto's arms aren't that long, but he uses the jab, and if he uses it effectively, he could work off of that. The problem is whenever he throws the jab, he drops that hand, and he does this early in the fight. The first round, don't watch the first round. Look at the second, look at the third, and you will see what I mean. And when he throws the jab, he tends to wing out a little bit with his right hand, which leaves him open for those straight right hands from Mayweather. And trust me, you're going to see them. If I can see it, you know Mayweather's going to see it. And another thing is when he starts throwing that jab out there, when he does and he pulls back, it doesn't go up. And against Mayweather, the second you start to throw it out, he's faster than him, so he might already be countering him as he's getting ready to throw his jab. So that's something we want to see in how that works out with Cotto, is will he be able to effectively establish the jab? Because, you know, Mayweather does, he's not a big fan of people that can pump out a good jab at him. You know, De La Hoya did well, but then again, De La Hoya was at 154 pounds. He wasn't weight trained. Just like Cotto is not going to be weight trained for this fight. Cotto's actually going to be able to come into the fight 9 pounds heavier at the weigh-in, not after the weigh-in, you know, not just before walking in the ring weight. We're talking 9 pounds heavier at the weigh-in anyway. And if you look at kind of like, they almost look like before and after shots. Like if you look at De La Hoya when he fought Pacquiao, and then you turn and look at him when he fought Mayweather, it looks like two different people. Look at the shoulder, definite, you know, the arm, all that stuff. I mean, you know, admittedly, De La Hoya looked like he had spent too much time, you know, starving, you know, like he just played around a survivor. You know, that's what those guys look like. And, you know, when Mayweather fights him, he gives him full go. You know, and says, I'm going to beat you at your best. In there. So you have to look at the, let's see what they say. He pushes the pace, wings out the right, drops the jab, struggles a bit with speed, and that's what Mayweather has in spades. And when you put all this together and you start looking at it, I see Mayweather taking this fight, and I see him starting to take control pretty early. You're going to see the speed. And Mayweather's going to be able to stay in close, slip that jab, and he's going to be able to counter that jab as soon as it comes out. If you watch with Cotto, he drops that. He's got a couple fatal things. He's open for straight shots down the pipe. Watch even the Margarito fight. Margarito was able to land a straight right hand in on Cotto flush. Don't think Mayweather can't do that. You see what I mean? And Mayweather will throw a lead right hand. He won't just bother with throwing a jab and then the right hand, like Margarito did and was still able to land it. Mayweather will throw out the lead right hand, and then that's going to be devastating. So when I looked at this, I don't think there will be a knockout. I think Cotto's heart is way too big for that. I mean, he will go as far as he can let him, and I don't think Mayweather is going to be looking at that because he got kind of his anger issues out on Ortiz. You know, he was really taking it to Ortiz and showing people, hey, I got it. But who knows? That's the thing about Mayweather is what you think he's not going to do is what he will do to you. You can train and plan for him all you want, but you cannot replicate what Mayweather is going to be able to do in the ring and the way that he is able to adjust in there. And that's the thing, is will Cotto be able to adjust? Well, all of a sudden you see him up there. If you don't practice it, you don't do it. So if he's not practicing on keeping that hand up, you know, popping the jab out and bringing it straight back, there's going to be a lot of problems with that. If he's popping the jab out and then winging that right arm out, there's going to be problems with that. Now, some people are like, well, he's not really winging it out here. You don't have to to be open from a straight shot. You can sit here, and I can guard and I can block. But if I'm here, that leads it's open for multiple shots. Now, will Cotto be able to sink in and maybe get Mayweather on the ropes, sink some work to body, do some uppercuts, things of that nature, which he can really pound good uppercuts in? Very possible. Will he work the body? I see Mayweather actually working the body in this one too. So, I mean, it's going to be a very good, very exciting fight because Cotto doesn't just sit around and, you know, not throw punches. He's gonna come out there with the combos. But we'll see if Mayweather takes him out of his game like he does basically everybody. So I'm going with the unanimous decision for Mayweather. I think it'll be one of those 117, 111 deals, or maybe even 118 to 110s. Kind of really maybe giving up 2 rounds, if that, to Cotto. And if he does give him up, they'll be early rounds because you'll see, you know, and then Mayweather will figure him out, and then you're like, oh, okay, here it happens, you know, like with the Mosley fight. Or the Marquez fight from round 1, basically. So, anyway, please comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let Guardo wants to know. He doesn't like Mayweather, but tough, bro. I did the video anyway. I know I lost the coin toss. Did the Pacquiao video for whatever. Anyway, please comment, rate, subscribe. Be my friend, be Guardo's friend, and yeah, this is Bigragu. I'm out.